Welcome, welcome to First Ring Podcast. Sorry about the delay. We had some technical issues, some little problematic things going backstage, but we about ready to go right now. We're gonna run this show. It's gonna be a quick, fast, and a hurry. A nice touch. Let's see me in. Let's see me out. We're gonna be in and out. We're gonna keep it going. As you see, we got Duck Truck Dunn here today. He's gonna bring you the question of the month. So you ready to see him? And you know we always got the sunshine here over to the side here, Lady A. You know she recorded fines and sends out the paperwork and puts us in the corner at all times.
And so Toothpick getting the fine.
We're gonna go ahead and start this thing.
Yeah. First Stream Podcast. Yeah. Too Danny. Dre on the beat. You know. Yeah. What's your favorite squad? Tell me who you going with. First Stream Podcast, yeah, we keep it lit. We got the latest updates. We don't pump fake. Like, comment, share. We don't care. Feel free to hate. We got great guests join us. You should chime in. Houdini on the intro for the time being. Lady A, representing Washington. Pick Washington, everything Washington. Mo coming out of Dallas, you know the business. Said, them Georgia Bulldogs ain't quitting. Yeah, if you ain't watching sports, you ain't living. About to get my mattress Mac on, about to pay the million. Let's talk about it. We all grown and cool, we can talk about it. Before we hit the news, we gon' talk about it. Oh, you wanna bet? Let's pop a bottle about it.
Again, welcome to First Stream Podcast to our short edition.
It won't be the shortest though. No, we had a couple really short shows.
You got short jokes today, really? That's what we doing.
It's really short today.
He wasn't. Wait, Don, how old are you?
5'3".
For real?
Yeah.
I don't think you telling us the truth.
What I missed? You said what?
He thought you was talking about him. He said you got short jokes. I said, wait, how tall are you? He said,
no, my bad. How tall are you, Don?
5'3".
I don't believe.
So you can pick about the same height.
We're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that. Oh, you said you would pick the same height.
What?
Pick is like 5'5", 5'6".
Oh, but he's shorter than you.
He is. Even though he tries to tell me that he's not.
No, I wouldn't have no short jokes. No. I didn't know that, Don. But no, I was just talking about it's gonna be an abbreviated show because we won't have to get in and get out. We run a little late today, a little behind today, but we're gonna get in what we can today. We're gonna talk about your question of the month. Very intriguing question. You know, we're gonna see what people we can get in here and try to figure out what has done given to us today. And we're gonna go around the NCAA, talk about some of the games that happened today. We're gonna talk about an incident that happened the day previous to the Colorado TCU game. And we're gonna talk about some of the XFL people who actually made it onto the NFL 53-man roster. Congratulations to those people.
Right.
With that being said, we're gonna start with the TCU incident prior to the game the day before.
Yeah. So by now you guys know the outcome of the game. That was the game to watch, by the way. Meanwhile, prior to the game, let me pull up the specifics. One of the TCU students was shot and killed right outside, not right near the campus. I believe it was a party. I'm not sure actually, but 21-year-old Wes Smith was shot and killed. So of course that they had a moment of silence during the game for him. This was at 1 a.m. on Friday that this happened. In Fort Worth. So, of course, the prayers go out to his family. He's 21 years old, college student. It's sad.
Right. It is. And from the article that I read earlier, it was completely random. The guy was actually standing at the bus stop.
Yeah.
And they're still trying to figure out why. They have the guy, the shooter, in custody. So they're still trying to figure out why. They just don't know. They don't know if the words are spoken. It's absolutely senseless at the moment. I mean,
and he was active. He was an active student.
Right.
Well, he I think he played football, he played lacrosse, even basketball at some point, and then was even the student body president. So I mean, it's sad.
It truly is. With that being said, we're gonna transition on over to the primetime edition of the NCAA.
Yeah.
So Colorado, transfer U, transfer A, however you want to call them, came into TCU, being utterly disrespected by Vegas. Utterly.
They were. That line was crazy, and we said it.
Yeah, 21 points.
20. It was 20 and a half before the game. It went up to 21.
Good gracious.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like we said when we were doing these games early in the week, they had to. Did they not take into account that TCU lost all those players, to the draft, graduation, it's like they didn't take that into account. They said, okay, whatever they got to be enough for them to just roll over Colorado.
Yeah. And I think all of us either went with TCU. I mean, I'm sorry, with Colorado with the spread or with the money line. So, I mean, it was very clear. It wasn't going to be what they said. I mean, 20 and a half. And they gave them no credit. I mean, I understand you don't know what this team is going to produce. They're practically a brand new team, new coach, new players,
new system.
New system. All of that is brand new, and I get that, but it just shows the lack of confidence that they had in this situation and
total lack of respect.
That I was trying to be nice about it, but you're right.
But and one of the things we said as well, what was one of the main things you have to have in a team is a quarterback that has played in your system before.
Right.
And what did Colorado have? A quarterback who played in this same system. It just so happened it was his son Shadur, coming from Jacksonville State. Also brought cornerback / wide receiver / punt returner / kick returner. I mean, he did it all. But that ended up being the factor of the game. My thing is, will somebody tell TCU that defense does not work?
The offense seemed like it didn't work as much either. They need to go get Jalen Rager and Josh Doxson back.
Well, we can't say it didn't work at all, guys. It's just that it didn't work the way they thought it would. The game wasn't a complete blowout or anything like that. For those who don't know, the game ended 45-42 Colorado. So that's a pretty high scoring game. It's
no defense.
Right.
Anywhere.
So I don't remember what was the over under for this game.
You know what? I don't have it written down, the over under. But whatever it was, they went past it. I mean, at 87 points.
That's why I said. So if you went with the over, you were probably okay. Right. That is something I didn't necessarily expect, but I'm not all that surprised. And that kind of leads us into my question for you guys. So Colorado is in the Pac-12. They're slated to be in the Big 12 with TCU next season. That's what they're saying, 24-25. Do you think that Colorado is getting themselves prepared for that move based off
by beating TCU? Yeah. He's putting everybody on notice.
I mean, at the same time, this is the first game of the season. People are going to make adjustments throughout the year.
Mhm.
I'm just curious to see if they can hold that. Can they keep that same energy throughout the course of the season?
Right. I watched. Well, I didn't watch. I mean, I was looking at pieces of it as it played. I'm listening over my little speaker, and it just I just didn't understand TCU in this defense. I mean, I tried to look past it, but Colorado came out, made TCU go 3 and out. They turned around and drove 13 plays, 75 plus yards, for a touchdown.
Yeah.
He was standing in the pocket like this. This is an all-pro, all-league offensive line, and it was untouched because they only brought 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't wait. They waited until almost in the third quarter before they made the adjustment.
Mm-hmm. So,
But hey,
Don, what are your thoughts on that?
I ain't watched the game. I was out and about, but I heard the quarterback threw 515 yards and 4 touchdowns. They had one guy playing wide receiver and cornerback. That's taking all the snaps. Yeah, they got some talent over there, and yeah, good luck.
One of my
good luck keeping that up.
Out there slanging it.
Fine, first fine of the show. First fine of the show.
The second fine.
No, the first one was before the show started.
Yeah, Toothpick gets that. Yeah,
Pick gets a fine. I'm not gonna tell y'all why, but he get a fine. He's watching.
He wearing pasties.
Anyway, let me go ahead and welcome people in the chat right quick. Bruce Glass, one of our regulars, he's always here. He's always here to check us out. He says, "Good evening, everyone." According to Facebook, YouTube, he's the first one in today. Then he said, "Did anyone bet on Coach Prime today?" I told him I knew for a fact. Pick, said he was going to put some money on Colorado to win straight out.
Yeah,
it was plus 670. I don't know how much money he put down. But that's what the money line was plus 670. That's all I need to know.
Right.
Bruce gave the thumbs up. He said he put some money on Colorado as well. We got a good evening here. Good evening. What do you say?
That's droopy.
Colorado. Yeah.
Next time you'll listen to our podcast.
You can't win, Droop, unless you put the money down. You got to play to win.
And then Bruce says football is back.
Yep.
Then he also says Colorado versus
Commanders.
I'm telling you, these seasons got me out today. Commanders versus Cardinals have sold out
completely.
Wow.
So people stop asking me if I got tickets. I do not. I've had to tell many people that I do not have tickets for this game. I mean, I got my tickets, but I don't have no extra tickets.
I'm not putting that with Ron said. No, he wear different hats, Ron Graves. I'm not putting that up there.
And he bet on Prime.
He did. Me and him have a conversation this morning while I was at work. I said, it's plus 670. He was like, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I told him the same thing. He was like, man,
did that go up right before the game?
I'm not sure if it did or not, but that's what it was.
I know the line moved. It went up to 21. It went from 20 and a half to 21.
Right.
Oh Lord. Here we go. You already got your fine. We are live on air. You're not getting another fine.
Okay, listen. First off, I got to make an alcohol run.
What?
I got to
fine.
Right.
That is not a fine.
This is a family show. Go ahead. Next.
Okay, listen. It is the birthday. It is the birthday time. So I told y'all
64
to put a stack on Colorado. If you didn't listen to me, you act like I don't know what I'm saying here. I do this, right?
I'm gonna be real with you, Pick. Sometimes you don't know.
Sometimes I do.
The fact that all of us were like, the line already was 20 and a half. We all knew that wasn't going right.
No. I said Colorado money line.
Yeah, you did.
I
Correct.
said Colorado.
Had they listened to me and said they would have won something too. So I mean, there's
If
that.
you didn't listen, that's on you.
Don't
That's
bump
not
your
on
head
us.
on the
We
ceiling
told
fan.
you. We told you. Listen, first off, let me say this.
He can't.
First off, my man Ron is here. So you already know we have been going at it since we woke up this morning. We
You
got
been
it
what?
late last night.
Pick.
You
We've
been what?
drinking
Pick.
since
Going at it. What?
we've been drinking
Pause.
since late last night. Woke up early this morning. Shot a clock every hour. Don't ask me why. It's
You
just
shot a clock every hour?
shot a clock every hour.
You shot a clock every hour.
It's been a great day.
We don't even know what you're talking about no more.
Okay, listen.
You shot a clock
No.
Don,
every hour?
Don, he don't know what he's talking about.
What?
Don, really, Don?
I'm repeating what you said. You said you shot a clock every hour.
You don't know what shots are, Don?
You said you shot a clock.
I said shot a clock every hour.
Okay. Just say okay, Don.
Okay.
He don't know what he's talking about.
All right.
Don't bump your head on the ceiling fan.
So tonight,
You ain't tall enough.
say it, ceiling fan is moving.
What?
Okay,
We're
hold
not
on.
talking about fair ceiling fan.
Listen.
Get off the show.
I'm about to leave. Y'all doing a great job, but I'm just here to say, when we put our college picks out, y'all make sure y'all follow us and do what y'all supposed to do.
Okay.
All right? We're not gonna get y'all wrong. We're gonna get y'all this money. We're gonna do what we do. We do the homework, you get paid.
All right.
That's what we do.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.
Kick me out, Sid.
Please.
Gladly. Okay, well, that was a disclaimer, I guess.
After these messages, we right back.
Blessed be the rock. I don't know what happened just now. But yeah, as far as that, yeah, if you listen to us, you would have made something. Let's just say that. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one still undefeated so far.
Undefeated.
Yeah, with the college picks.
So I'm right behind you.
Just so you know.
I'm right behind you.
You took an early L. Shall I tell you who?
I just took one L, and that's it.
Early L. That put you behind.
It doesn't matter. I took one L, and that's it. So I'm just right behind you. That's okay. You won't get to it. I'll have 0, and then guess what that means? I'll take the lead.
So as we stroll around the rest of the NCAA, Lady A, what we saw today was some absolutely positively absurd scores.
Yes, agreed.
I don't know if they should have a mercy rule in college football when they're playing these Division 1A or Division Sub 1A teams, because Oregon beat Portland State 81-7. And what do we call the dogs off?
You want me to run through some of these scores?
Yes.
Do that.
Okay. So we're gonna start with Friday. No, Thursday. I'm sorry, Thursday. We have Florida, Utah. That's 11-24. Utah won that. Then we have Arkansas State, bless their hearts, against Oklahoma, 73-0. Oklahoma won that. You're not supposed to laugh, Don. That's not nice.
That's Barry Switzer, right?
Then we have Virginia and Tennessee. And Tennessee took that game 49-13.
Yeah.
We have Utah State, Iowa. Iowa took that game 24-14. East Carolina and Michigan. Michigan took that game 30-3. Of course, we already spoke of the Colorado TCU game, 45-42 with Colorado with that upset. We have Mercer and Mississippi. Mississippi's ranked 22, but they took this game 73-7.
Wow.
Portland State against number 15 ranked Oregon, 81-7.
Yeah.
We have Buffalo against the ranked 19 Wisconsin, That is Wisconsin took the game 38-17. Rice against Texas. Texas took the game 37-10. Tennessee State against Notre Dame. Notre Dame took the game 56-3.
Wow.
Ohio State versus Indiana. The number 3 Ohio State took the game 23-3.
And that game was weird. Let me stop it there for a second.
Yes,
that game was weird because it was 10-3 at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really weird game.
Mm-hmm.
So for that to even make it to 23, I was like, man, they better start waking up and doing something here in a minute.
And Indiana just did nothing. Like
offensively, defense did their thing. Offense ain't do jack else.
Right. It's Indiana.
Yeah, because they held them to 23 points. The way they were getting the breaks beat off of them, that makes sense.
It's Indiana.
And then, of course, the defense is going to be tired at that point. But Boise State against Washington. Washington took the game 56-19. And then, of course, we got a bunch of games still going on. Mm-hmm. And some of those scores are pretty alarming. Right now, we have Martin in Tennessee against Georgia. That's 31-0. Georgia.
They got all backups in at this point.
I mean, Georgia got it so far. I mean, obviously, I don't think that's going to change it in the third quarter. You have Nevada and USC. Nevada playing USC. USC has it 35-7. They're in the third quarter. Let's talk about this Kansas State game. What's their nickname? SEMO. What is that? What is their nickname?
Which one? I'm sorry.
Because they a bird. The Missouri State. What's their little
Red Hawks.
Red Hawks. There you go. So
I watched that game. It was a pretty good game.
No, it's still going on.
There's another team.
Kansas State is cooking Red Hawks right now. It's 35-0 halftime.
Hold on, it's another team Red Hawks I watched the other day. It was pretty good.
They watching. They cooking Red Hawk for dinner. New Mexico.
Like chicken.
It was.
You saw their game, the Red Hawk game the other day.
Yeah, it was. Was it Louisville?
Nah. Yeah. Did they play them last?
Somebody with a Red Hawk came out with a win the other day.
Yeah, they didn't. It wasn't them.
Georgia Tech. Maybe it was Georgia Tech.
Yeah, it wasn't them though. They're not. Yeah. That was the wrong Red.
The wrong Red Hawk.
They need to take heed from the other Red Hawk, but Kansas is cooking Red Hawk for dinner, and then you have New Mexico against Texas A&M. It's halftime, and Texas A&M got the game 35-7. West Virginia, Penn State, they're in the second quarter. Penn State is up 14-7. South Carolina and UNC, surprisingly, actually, that's not all that surprising. UNC ranked 21. They have 10. South Carolina is 14, but it's only the second quarter. Middle Tennessee, Alabama, 14-0, second quarter. And then, of course, we have South Alabama and Tulane. And Tulane is up. It's 10-7, second quarter. So we got some games, some high-scoring games. And since I went through, I think a couple of people done already scored. So
yeah, and I'm going to tell Ron Graves. He works with me. TCU playoff chances.
Not him saying they put them out of the playoffs already after the first game. Oh,
just like the Dallas Cowboys. Just get them out of the way.
They
already eliminated the playoffs.
They already out of the playoffs. They out of the playoffs.
Y'all wrong for that.
Arkansas State.
Hey, it is what it is. They out of the playoffs. Florida, they out of the playoffs.
Oh,
they out of the playoffs. Playoffs is over for them. They can just start coaching the rest of the year.
Why
But
you
with that
doing
being
Aw,
said,
poor babies.
we got dump truck John on for a reason, and
Mm-hmm.
the reason is he has a question of the month that he's going to share with us today, and we're going to get a chance to try to answer the best we can. Go ahead, John. What you got for us?
Today's question of the month, this month's question of the month, I need the top 5 greatest special teams players. Top 5 special teams players of all time. And I'll start. I think I'll go first. And yeah. I'll start off with Mr. Brian Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
3-time, was it 1-time first team All Pro back in '93, 2-time second team All Pro, 1-time Pro Bowler. He has the most kick return yards in NFL history with 14,014. Most punt return yards in history with 4,999. He had the most career return yards with 19,013. Second place is Allen Rossum with 15,000. So he is 4,000 yards ahead of the second place guy. And he also has 9,000-yard kick return seasons. 9 kick return seasons with 1,000 yards. Nobody's close to that.
Mm-hmm.
I also have Mr. Adam Vinatieri, who is the all-time leader in points scored with 2,673. Most made field goals with 399. Was it 300? No, 599. Most postseason points with 238. 4-time Super Bowl champ, 3-time first team All-Pro, 3-time Pro Bowler. He also has the record for most consecutive field goals with 44, and 21 seasons with 100-plus points. His career average is 83.8. And for punter, I got good old Mr. Hall of Fame Ray Guy. 3-time Super Bowl champion, 6-time first team All-Pro, 2-time second team All-Pro, 7-time Pro Bowler, the 70s All-Decade team. He's on the 75th and 100th anniversary team, and he's in the College and Pro Football Hall of Fame. I got Steve Tasker, who is a 5-time first team All-Pro and 7-time Pro Bowler. Is a special teams gunner, tackler. Yeah, you want that guy on your squad if you want somebody to go cover people. So, yeah. And my 5th guy, I'm going to go with Mel Gray. Mel Gray's a 3-time first team All-Pro, 1-time second team All-Pro, 4-time Pro Bowler, 90s All-Decade team. He has 2,700 punt return yards and 10,250 kick return yards. He's also 4th all-time in return yards with 13,000. Yeah. Honorable mentions to Billy White Shoes Johnson.
My man.
And Devin Hester. Y'all can have Devin Hester. He's great, but yeah.
I can just
He's
wipe
great.
away Devin Hester. Y'all got
I know that's what they're going to say.
Aww.
All right, lady. Talk to me.
All right, so
are you ready? I should say talk to you. Are you ready?
Sort of. Okay.
Okay.
So I too have B Mitch. Okay. And thank you for laying all of that out, because what you said. That's the reason why he's on my list. Okay? So I got B Mitch. I got Ronnie Lott.
Ronnie Lott is special teams?
Yeah, didn't he play on special teams? I pulled his stats.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen Ronnie Lott on special teams.
What?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. I'm glad
that's news to me.
said this, because my notable person, one of my notable people, a lot of people didn't know. That's why he's notable, but not on my list. But yes, Ronnie Lott. Hold on. Let me make sure this person. I gotta look at his face, because I don't want y'all to talk about me if I say the wrong name. I just wrote stuff down. Not stuff. Hold on, y'all. I want to make sure this is who I'm talking about. Okay, hold on. I gotta look at a different picture. That's not a good one.
Okay.
Okay, so
Disrespect to Devin Hester? I said he was great.
Okay, well, let me just say it.
It was the way you
No, I'm reading the line. That's all.
No, but Devin Hester's on my team since we got the call in for that, but that's not who I wanted to name next. So yeah. May he rest in peace, Reggie Roby.
Reggie
Ooh,
Roby, that's my man.
yes, yes.
Okay. So I have him on my list too.
First team All Pro with the Redskins.
Yep. That's why I
Yeah.
said you can tell who my team is. Not on purpose.
Mhm.
Don't do me like that. And then I have one more person, and I'm gonna tell y'all my two notables. Hold on, let me just check something real quick. Make sure I'm secure in my selection.
So Racer X, Mark Mosley, only kicker to be league MVP. And
Mm,
this was like 82, 83? It
okay.
was 82, yeah.
Troy Polamalu.
What?
Yeah, you played on special teams.
Yep. Troy. What? How you forget these people played on special teams?
Because they started safety.
What that mean?
I ain't
Okay,
never seen them on special
so
teams.
while we here, I got two people that are notable because a lot of people don't realize what they did on special teams, nor do they give them credit for what they did on special teams. Sammy Ball,
Yeah, he had the record for punting for years. Yeah.
there
Also
you
played
go.
safety and quarterback. Yeah.
My notable. He's one of my notables. And Daryl Green.
Yeah.
He's my notable. So there you go. That's me. So I have Ronnie Lott, Troy Polamalu. I should know how to say his name, y'all. Don't talk about me. B. Mitch, Reggie Roby, Devin Hester, and then I have my two notables. So Bruce, I was really going to put Justin Tucker on my list, but I was like, he's still playing. I don't want to put him on there.
You could have did that.
I know, but
Legatron. With a name like that, you gotta know, yeah.
but I have never seen that man miss. Like he's always on it.
All right. So with that being said, let me go ahead and do mine. It was 5, right?
Yeah, I got 5.
I'm sorry. I just want to make sure. I know you have some honorable mentions there. I'm just gonna shoot 5 because I mean, I didn't really had a chance to go in and do the stats and stuff, but these were a few that I had to make sure I verified they were on my mind. First of all, you know, people ain't gonna like it, really don't care, but prime time is gonna be prime time.
I mean,
Yeah, I said
people
this
know.
is in no particular order.
Yeah, mine ain't in order either.
And one of the guys I never forget who sent the Atlanta Falcons to their first Super Bowl, Morton Anderson.
Okay.
He used to play for the Saints. That was one of my favorites.
And he in his career with the Falcons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course. So you're biased too.
He was great. He played more seasons with the Saints, though. Yeah.
But one
Hall of
guy
Fame.
who deserved all his accolades, who no matter how much weight he put on, he still did his thing. Janikowski.
Okay.
Sebastian Janikowski. Yes.
Okay.
I don't care how much weight Janikowski put on. He was eating good. He was still kicking that ball like he
Man,
had
why
nothing
you
else
have
to
to
do with
be
life.
shady when you say it though? Don't be shady with that man.
How much slack did the Raiders catch from drafting that man in the first round?
Yeah.
I never forget that, Joe.
Yeah, I remember that as well. Of course, I'm gonna put the throwaway man in there that Don on like and Devin Hester. But last but not least,
y'all say I don't like this guy. I didn't like him.
It was just a little shade you throw to it. But last but not least, Metcalf.
Okay.
Eric Metcalf.
Eric Metcalf was that dude.
Cleveland Browns.
He was that dude.
I could take that.
And you was always waiting when he hit the ball in his direction. What was he gonna do?
Up return. Yep.
What was he gonna do? But that's my 5. Prime time, Morton Anderson, Janikowski, Hester, and Metcalf.
Okay. That makes sense.
But as you see, Big Money Sonny said all he needed was Devin Hester. He don't care about the rest.
I'm going with Troy and Ronnie. I mean,
we got Deion in there.
But he said special teams. I mean, I felt like if you play special teams and you made some changes, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I have a different outlook on special teams as of last year, because I was so frustrated with my team when it came to special teams. It was like it got real personal for me.
Yeah, you got guys out there kicking field goals who ain't never kicked in the league before, kicking on the back of people's helmets.
And then let's not talk about returns. Let's not talk about returns that we didn't get just because somebody just like
Milne.
So I took it
gangster.
Right. I took it personal. And I will say that for my team, I see that Tressway, I love him to pieces. He is an amazing punter. He's been working with Joey Sly, and I see the difference. So I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. That's the definition of a team. And I said, I want to say last season in the preseason, I said something about Tressway and how he supports his teammates. So I like to see that. So just know that if you ask me this after he leaves the league, I'm definitely putting Tressway on there, because like for real, it's like he's good, but he wants his teammates to be better.
Mm-hmm.
And that you can't, yeah. Yes, Sonny, Tressway is the man. That's the guy right there.
All right. So with that being said, we're gonna move on to our next topic.
Mm-hmm.
And the next topic is we're talking about the XFL players who actually made it onto the 53-man rosters.
Mm-hmm.
Which is an accomplishment for all those guys. Giving them a second chance for those who were in the league, come back to the league, and some of those who didn't get considered for the league have gotten a chance to make the league. You got your list later. You want to read off mine?
I mean, I have my list, but I want to point out that technically only one person from the XFL made it to the 53-man roster, but there's a long list of practice squad players. So
that's making it. Remember how much they make on the practice squad?
Yep.
There's much more they make in XFL per game.
And if you're on the practice squad and something happens in the middle of the season, guess what that means?
You called up.
There you go. So I like that for them. You want me to read it? Said I got the list.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So the lone XFL player that made it to a 53-man roster was DC Defender's own punter, Daniel Whelan. And I will admit, like, he was amazing. He's going to Green Bay. So he has made the 53-man roster, which is cool. That is definitely, he was afforded that opportunity for being on a great team, a team that was put into the limelight. So that's another thing. Like now you have that tape. You have people watching your game. You have, more experience than you did prior to. So that's cool. The practice squad players, we have wide receiver Marcel Aitman. He played with St. Louis. He is now with Buffalo on the practice squad. Michael Bandy, wide receiver from Houston. He's now with Denver. Luke Barku, cornerback, San Antonio. He's with Pittsburgh now. CJ Brewer, defensive lineman, Houston. He is with Tampa Bay now. Then we have, CJ Brewer. Did I already say him? No. Yeah, that's who I said. Ben DiNucci.
Mm-hmm. Ben DiNucci. Wasn't he a quarterback for the Cowboys?
He's a quarterback, yes.
He was already in the league.
Well, right, but he was with the Seattle Sea Dragons.
He was with the Dallas Cowboys first.
But he
He
was.
don't count.
So once
That's
you
what I
leave
said. That's what
and
I
you
said,
go
Don.
over to the XFL, you have another chance to make it to the NFL. So now Danucci is with Denver on their practice squad. Actually, we might need to check on that. Is he on the practice squad or is he that emergency QB3 situation?
Jake Fromm status.
I think that's pretty much the same thing.
Right, but I mean, do they have two people on their practice squad? You know what I mean? So maybe if he's the only one, then he is that emergency quarterback. Matthew Gotel, defensive lineman, San Antonio. He's with Seattle. Jack Heflin, defensive lineman, Houston. He's with New Orleans. Brian Hill, running back. He was with St. Louis for the XFL. Now he's with San Francisco. Lucky Jackson, wide receiver, and I really thought he was going to make it. He was with the Defenders, DC Defenders. Now he's with Minnesota. Jarrett Jones Smith, offensive tackle, St. Louis. He's now with Washington on the Commanders on their practice squad. John Trey Kirkland, wide receiver. He was with Houston. Now he's with New Orleans. Nico Lalos, linebacker. He was with Seattle. He's with New Orleans. New Orleans done picked up a few people.
Yeah.
Laquel London, defensive tackle, St. Louis. He's with the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
John Parker Romo, punter, San Antonio. He's with Chicago now. Matthew Sexton, wide receiver. He was with Vegas. Now he's with Atlanta. Jordan Thomas, tight end. He was with Orlando. Now he's with Carolina. And Barry Wesley, offensive tackle, Seattle. Now he's with Atlanta. Atlanta picked up quite a few people as well. So, I mean, kudos to them. Congratulations. One thing I do want to point out, when we had Coach Barlow, the coach for the DC Defenders, he mentioned to us the way their contract is set up when you're with the XFL. They go and so you're able to go and you're able to try out and you can get signed with these other teams, but they have the rights to the players up until the end of this year. So if you don't make the roster, you can go back to the XFL with no problem. It's with ease. So that's definitely a positive thing. If you don't pick up a contract, you still have a spot with the XFL. So kudos to those who made it, and the ones who have not, definitely they'll have another opportunity to, work on their skills, get more footage, more experience, all of that. So, yeah, that's it for the XFL 53-man roster, the update. If we're listening, guys from elsewhere. Oh, yeah. I mean, there are a lot of, now we have a lot of feeder systems from other leagues, I guess you would say.
Which is what the NFL wants.
Yeah. They don't want competition. They want feeder systems.
Like Major League Baseball?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he threw that shade, but it's true. Yes. So the CFL, the XFL, the USFL, everybody.
College football.
Yes, they're the oldest of all the organizations that feed into the NFL, obviously. But when we're talking just straight pro, these other leagues that are considered pro, they're
semi-pro.
Well, the XFL is considered pro.
No, I was thinking about that movie, Semi-Pro.
Oh yeah. and that's another thing. I am glad that you mentioned it. I believe so, Joe. But yeah, the semi-pro teams, they're still feeding into the NFL. So it's like that pot is growing. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe that will mean more talent in the NFL, because we went through a phase where I felt like it was starting to get mediocre.
Right.
Joe, I understood that you meant Trent. But yes, Richie, definitely. They're considered pro, and they're not at the NFL caliber. They're not going to give you that payday. So of course, that's what the players they strive for, and even some of the coaches, they're striving for that larger payday with the NFL. So playing pro is one thing, but getting that big check is another.
Right. All right. For those for those who don't already know, um, First Ring Podcast has an eliminated challenge uh, contest that we're doing this year. With the eliminated contest, an eliminated challenge is it's very similar to Survivor, I guess you can say. You know, you pick a winning team for that week. The team that wins that you pick, they're done for the year. 18 weeks, 32 teams. You had to manage it the best you can. If you want to join us and test your skills against us, because we're pretty decent. As you can see from those of us who picked Colorado to win today, we're pretty decent. We do our thing. If you want to join us, this is how you can join us. You can go to ESPN.com, go to the fantasy tab, click the down arrow, scroll down to eliminated challenge, click on groups, and join for us at First Ring Podcast. We're asking $10 per person. The person at the top wins 70%. The second place person wins 20%, and the last place person wins 10%. So the top three people get, some money. So, and it's going back to, whoever wins. None of this is going to be kept by First Ring Podcast. We will not utilize any of this money except to pay out the people who won. That's it. That's all. If you decide you want to show up and do your thing, test your skills against us, like again, we're pretty decent. Don't get it twisted now, because we on a little podcast. We're pretty decent. We do our thing from time to time.
Mm-hmm. The last day to sign up is September 7th. So keep that in mind.
Right. It's September 7th. Before the kickoff of that Thursday night game.
Tell them again, say it.
Because at that point, I'm kicking all folks to the curb. Just let you know.
Who are you kicking to the curb, say it?
Hey, join after the kickoff of that football game. I'll be monitoring. Who was that? Swipe left.
Say one people, he do not need a phone. He's not gonna know how to behave.
Really? But for those of you guys who stayed with us, sorry we was a little late today. We had to get some stuff together. We had some technical difficulties, but we got through. We're gonna shorten it for today from what we had to talk about. Hope those of you had a chance to enjoy some of these college football games today. Yeah, they were beat down, but it's college football. We're less than a week away from the pros kicking in and starting their season. We're all hoping our team makes it to the Super Bowl. Let's be realistic. That's my goal every year. I want my team to win every game.
Yeah, they're not playing my team, right?
We 5. We'll talk about that when we get there.
Taylor Heineke.
Oh, there you go. See?
I mean, I told him
that's how you get banned.
He's a good backup.
That's how you get suspended.
Poor little Taylor.
Who's suspended? Taylor Heineke suspended?
No, I think he QB too.
All he's gonna do is give you a couple turnovers a game. You'll be all right, man.
But that's when he ain't gonna be in there.
He's good for a turnover, at least one turnover every game. Be it a fumble or interception.
He's guaranteed. A scrappy somebody. He's a scrappy. He's gonna get you some first downs and stuff.
In the fourth quarter. After the game is out of hand.
He gonna get you some
it's a jump ball.
I don't have experience with one of them already. I don't need another one. No.
Aw.
30 yards for a jump ball.
But again, thank you for joining us on Tuesday. We have Doc Walker coming on to get us ramped up, for what we're about to do with the NFL season upcoming, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Join us so you can talk to him at the same time. Anybody else got anything? Anybody?
Make memories, not excuses.
There you go.
my man. Going for 3-23. Go Dogs.
Ready for your beats. My first song to the person.